What is going on, guys? I'm Marvin here, and this is episode 20 of Rags to Riches AFC Ajax. Today, we are going to have the Champions League round of 16 clash against Aston Villa. So, Aston Villa in this save, right, they are flying high, guys. If you look at the league position, right, they are currently sitting in the second place of the Premier League, and Tottenham are at the top of the table. Is this going to be the season for Tottenham? Are they going to win a competition? Looking at it, I think they have already won a competition. Let's have a look at it. All right, so the Champions League, okay. No. Oh my god, guys. In this universe, in this save, right? They have only won, I think they have only won 2 Carabao Cup. Yeah, they have won 2 Carabao Cups, okay, in the year 2027, 2032. And they have won, they have won a Conference League, in the year 2027. Other than that, they have not won anything. They have not won a FA Cup. They have not won a Premier League and even a Champions League. All right, so, by the way, that drought, that cup drought that you guys have been seeing, right, have been having, right, for the past few years. Tottenham fan, 2027, you guys are gonna win the Conference League, if I'm not mistaken. Conference League and the Carabao Cup. So you guys have done a double. That is amazing, right? I mean, yeah, you guys can actually live up to that. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me get back to Aston Villa. So by the way, Aston Villa, if you look at this, this is actually quite nice to see, that the teams like Aston Villa, but it is a very close table, to be honest. And Manchester City sitting in the fourth place. I know they are 12 points behind, but anything can actually happen. Manchester City can actually make that happen. All right, so Aston Villa, have they won anything, before this? All right, so when we look at this, the 2026, they actually won the Europa League, which is amazing. All right, and then did they win anything else? FA Cup, they have not won. They won the Conference League as well, so they've actually won 2 European trophies, which are amazing, to be honest. All right, and Carabao Cup, they have not won it. So basically, in England, they have not won anything yet. So this season is going to be crucial. They have, they are 1 point behind Tottenham. They have one game in hand. They can actually win the league this season. All right, with another 11 more games to go, right? I think they will be backing themselves, to do good as well. They have only lost 3 games, basically in the whole season. So it's actually quite amazing. I'm actually really loving this. Who's their manager, by the way? Roberto De Zerbi. He's actually doing quite well for them. All right, so let's have a look at his career so far in this save. All right, so basically he was sacked. I'm not sure whether he was sacked or did he left. Let's have a look at his career stat, right? Oh, no. I think we'll have to look at Brighton. Okay, what am I doing over here? Okay, all right. Okay, so we'll have to look at Brighton. Okay, let's have a look at their manager history. No, he left. So basically, he left Brighton to join Newcastle, where he actually spent about 7 years, managing Newcastle. I'm not sure whether they won anything during that time. They won the Europa League as well. Europa League twice. They won the Super Cup, FA Cup. No, he did not win FA Cup with them, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and that is about. Oh yeah, they won the Carabao Cup as well. All right, so I think that is about it. Okay, so but I mean, he actually wins some trophy with them, which is amazing. All right, and since then he have been managing Aston Villa. Okay, so he loves to play with a formation of 4-2-3-1, which is normal for De Zerbi to do, in real life. And their key player is a regen called Juninho, and he's an amazing centre back, guys. Look at his value. Do you think in any point of time, right, will any club actually trigger this value, of 262 million? I'm not sure whether that will happen or not. They actually signed him 2 seasons back for a fee of 41 million from Benfica. That is an amazing transfer by them. 41 million for this caliber of a defender. I know his technical ability is not that great. Look at his mentals, guys. Look at his physicals. It's actually amazing. 23 years old Brazilian player who they signed for 41 million. And he's actually doing quite well for them. Across all competition, right? He have actually played 38 games. Basically, I think he's a nail on starter for that. Obviously, he's their key player, right? 6.92 average rating for a centre back. I think that is amazing. All right, so they do still have Jacob Ramsey as their captain. He's 32 years old right now. He's still going on. Amazing to see, that he have actually stayed put with Aston Villa, and he have actually scored quite a lot of goals for them in Premier League. Basically, in the league, his league goals for them, right, is actually 1-1-2. So basically, if you take off, the League One, the League One that he actually scored for Newcastle, right, he've actually scored 109 league goals for Aston Villa, which is an amazing return, guys. Okay, so it's actually, yeah, it's actually quite nice to see, that he have actually stick with this Aston Villa team. Okay, and their goalkeeper, is a 31 years old Christoph Olziewski. I think, he's actually, he doesn't look that bad. He doesn't look that bad, but he's not that great either, to be honest. All right, so is there any other players that they still have? Any real players that they still have in their team? Let's have a look at it. Oh, come on. Let me sort it out. Okay. All right. So they still have Bubakar Kamara playing for them. Gonzalo Ramos. When did they sign him? All right. So they just signed him this season for 35 million. Seriously? I think they've been scammed. 32 years old. 35 million for 32 years old striker. Who I think his physical have already started dropping. I think they have been scammed by PSG. All right, so they do have Sergio Arribas playing for them as well. When did they sign him? Also to see. Come on, why are they spending so much of money on old players that are already dropping, that are already declining, guys? I seriously don't know what is going on there. All right, so they have Patrick Walmark. I think, yeah, they signed him 3 seasons back as well. 51 million for this guy. No. Their transfer business have not been that great. They have Manswork playing for them as well. Oh yeah, they actually signed him. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. They actually signed him from me. I actually sold him to Aston Villa 3 seasons back. When I started when I started managing Ajax. And Fabio Carvalho is also their player, and to be honest, he have not had he have seriously not had a great season, right? He was released by Liverpool, went to Braga, and then Aston Villa signed him for 41 million. To be honest, I really don't know why they spent 41 million for him, but yeah, he have not been able to turn around his career, right? Not been that great. They even have Livramento playing for them. Let's have a look at how he's looking. At 31 years old, not that great. Okay, all right. So they signed him for 17 million from Burnley. Okay. All right. So this is the team that we are looking at. Okay. To be honest, they have actually quite an old team, but they do have young players. When you look at this, right? When I saw them out by ability, oh my god, they have playings like, who's this Joffrey? Guys, seriously, they have two best centre back in the world, guys. Okay, just now when you look at Juninho, right? He was looking amazing, and Joffrey here, Joffrey. I think he's even better than Juninho. I know his mentals are not as great as Juninho, right? But his technical ability, his tackling, look at his heading, guys. These two guys, I'm not sure whether we are going to be able to score goals past them or not. And Gabriel Mascherano is their defensive midfielder who can play as a centre back as well. Gabriel Mascherano, he's actually a real player. They signed him from Corrientes, right? Corrientes, okay, for 16.5 million a few years back. I think it was 10 years back, and he looks amazing as well. All right, so yeah, they actually have a good team. It is going to be a huge task for us here today. But before we get into the match, let's talk about our recent form. All right, guys, so look at this and be amazed. Okay, if you guys remember, right, in the last episode, we actually played Inter Milan. When we finish up the episode, we beat them 3-1. And since then, in eredivisie, in Champions League, we have not lost a single point. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the draw or anything or not. We have been winning games left and right. And I know, when you look at this, red dot there, seriously, this is awful games. Guys, look at the match stat. I'm not going to say that we have been FM, but we were FM, guys. Seriously. 6 shot on target, 27 shot in total. Our XG of 2.66. And they freaking scored an own goal. Shibamba actually scored an own goal in the 85 minutes. And we got knocked out from the Dutch Cup quarterfinal. All right, this is the Dutch Cup. So we are still unbeaten in Eredivisie. Look at this, guys. Oh my God. I tell you guys, we are 70 points. In Eredivisie, we are 21 points ahead of FC Groningen. Seriously, at this point of time, right, we are gonna win. We are seriously. I think if we win our next 4 matches, right, in Eredivisie, we are gonna be confirmed the champions. Okay, there's another 10 more games to go. We are 21 points, ahead of FC Groningen. If they drop point, we will need lesser game, to actually confirm our win. We could actually have an invisible season this season, guys. Seriously. Okay, and in the Champions League, right? Okay, you guys must be thinking, yeah, we actually finished in the top eight. If you look at this, we actually finished in the fifth place. Why? That is why we are straight away coming in back for the round of 16. All right. So by the way, Aston Villa, they actually finished in the ninth place. So they actually finished in the ninth place due to goal difference. And then after that, right, they actually dismantle FC Porto. If you look at this, they lost 2-1, in the first leg, but in the second leg, they actually won 5-1. So, like I mentioned to you guys, we cannot underestimate this team. They are a very good team. We have seen their players, the young players, the regions that they actually have, right? Especially their two centre backs. We are gonna have a hard time scoring against them here today. Alright, guys, so it is the month of March and everything, right? So I want to take a breather over here and let's talk about our players' performance first. Alright, so at this point of time, right, our best player this season has been Christian Rasmussen. And to be honest, I think he's our top goal scorer as well. Seriously, he's 31 years old. When you look at his attributes, right, guys, he doesn't look that great, right? He doesn't look that great. He have a lot of 13s and 14s, and his age is getting on. He's gonna start declining. Look at this, his pace have already started declining. But on the pitch, okay, he have not scored in the Champions League when you look at this, but he, to be honest, he only came off the bench, right? But in the eredivisie, right, look at these guys. 18 appearances, 29 goal contribution with 5 man of the match, and his average rating is 7.95. I think, right, he can actually be the top goal scorer, top assister, and the top player of Eredivisie this season. When you look at the player stats over here, right, he's top of all of the chart. He's the top goal scorer currently with 17 goals, and he's the best player basically, with 7.95 average rating, and he's the top assister with 12 assists, guys. Seriously, he can actually basically have a clear out, of all the player awards, this season. I think that is going to be a huge achievement if he can actually do that at 31 years old. And our second best players this season have been Nandan Pashar. Okay, so Nandan Pashar, right, is actually is basically our youth academy. He's a product of our youth academy. All right, so let me get my thoughts straight over here. So this season, I actually started him off as our backup right back, and he has been amazing. 20 appearances in Eredivisie, right? 15 goal contribution, 13 goal contribution. My maths is a little bit weak. Okay, so 9 assists, 4 goals, 3 man of the match with 7.74 average rating. When you look at his attribute, he is not supposed to be a good right back. And you know what's the worst part? He's actually left footed. When you look at him, 2.5 star current ability, right? Someone is seriously, if someone always plays, someone is always looking at the at the star rating and everything of a player, right? He is never gonna start, a game in their team. But I gave him a chance because we needed homegrown at club player. He was available, and I just gave him a chance, and he really played well for us, guys. Seriously, and I really adore him, guys. Seriously, 22 years old, Croatian, homegrown at club. He's gonna be here for a long time. Okay. All right. So our third best player is gonna be Jonathan Diaz, our Mexican Messi. As you guys know, I called him. Yeah, he has been quite amazing as well. In all of the competition, 21 appearances, 17 goal contribution, with an average rating of 7.53. So, yeah, he's actually doing really, really well as well. Okay, so let's talk about our goal scorer. Okay, our top goal scorer, as you guys know, Christian Rasmussen is there. Our second top goal scorer is Marvin Riviere. Okay, so this boy, right, is a young player that we actually signed last season from Guingamp, I think, for 6.5 million. And yeah, this season has been his breakout year. Okay, in the Eredivisie, right, he have actually scored 16 goals in 21 appearances with 2 assists, 7.39 average rating. This boy has been amazing for us. And he is our backup striker, by the way. He's not our nail-on starter or anything like that. He doesn't play for our first team. He play for our second team. Amazing, guys. Amazing. And he's actually improving. Look at his potential ability. He can actually be a 5-star potential player. All right. So yeah, I'm seriously so excited to see how is he gonna perform, for the years to come, and how is he gonna develop into an amazing striker for us in the future. All right, so Luis Kitoko is our third goal scorer. As you know, he is our starting striker. I'm not sure what is going on with him. One problem with Luis Kitoko is if you look at this, right, in Eredivisie, right, 6 goal in 13 appearances is awful, guys. All right, but he's making it up. In the Champions League, he actually have 5 goals in eight in 8 appearances, which is amazing. But yeah, this boy, right, he's a little bit hot and cold. When you look at his form, right, yeah, when he plays well, he plays really well. But when he doesn't score, right, look at this. Our last game. Okay, he actually came off the bench, right? Okay, look at this. Okay, against Sparta Rotterdam, right, that we lost. Okay, he have not scored any goal. He have not assisted or anything like that. He actually had an average rating of 6.5. That is the problem with him. When he doesn't score goal, he doesn't play well at all. He doesn't play well at all. Okay, all right. So yeah, that is the problem with him. I really hope that is going to improve. I'm playing him as an advanced forward, so I'm really not sure what is actually stopping him, from playing well. Maybe I should do something. Maybe I should change a little bit of his roles, maybe his play instruction or anything like that. All right. So our top assistant this season is actually Leo, our Mazala. And yeah, looking at this, I really love to look at his attribute. He is actually our key player, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. When you look at the club info, he's actually our key player, and he's amazing. He's amazing, and I really think, oh yeah, he's already wanted. He's wanted when in Newcastle and Inter Milan. I think Newcastle and Inter Milan, we are going to be able to shrug them off, because I think we are on their level. I actually signed him, in my first season as the manager of Ajax. Last season was his breakout season where he actually had 33 goal contribution, in 44 appearances, which is amazing. This season he's not that bad either. 22 goal contribution, right, in 22 appearances, 7.48 average rating in all of the competition. He is an amazing player, and he's still improving. Look at that green arrow, guys. Seriously, look at that green arrow. And his attributes are amazing as well. Seriously. Oh my god, seriously. I'm so happy that we actually managed to sign him for measly 16.5 million, guys. And I really don't know what is going on. Why his value should be, about 100 to 200 million. I know it could be because of the contract, right? We're only paying him about 2 million. That could be one of the reasons. As you guys player value actually, take into consideration the contract that the player is currently on as well. If the player is on a higher salary and everything, right, their value will be higher. It's not only about the attribute. So you guys, if you guys don't know that, you guys should, actually, yeah, keep that in mind as well. And our, next two top assisters are Christian Rasmussen and Nana Pesha. We have already talked about that. And to be honest, right, if you look at the goals scored, right, there's actually quite a lot of goals, coming in throughout the field. It's not only our attackers that are scoring the goals, our defenders are scoring the goals as well, our midfielders and all. So things are actually looking really, really good. And even the assists as well. The assists are coming from all over the pitch. All right. So yeah, things are looking really great. And when you look at the green wave of the average rating, right? Yeah, you can. Yeah, looking at the schedule, you guys will know. Things are going really, really well for us. I think, right, the intro has been very, very long here. Let's get into the match, guys. I don't want this video to be too long. All right, guys, it's going to be our first highlight here, and it's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa. Playo, I think it was Pelayo, right? Playing it to Juninho, now Gabriel, to Mora. Bezat, now smaller with the possession for Aston Villa, passing it to Bezat. Mora is through in the penalty box. Amazing save by Slonina. Guys, oh my god, I'm not enjoying this. They have a corner kick here. I really hope we are going to be able to stop them. Ramsey now, he took a shot. It was blocked off by our defender. Beza headed it on to Gabriel. They are still with the possession. We really need to win this possession, guys. Seriously. This is not looking good for us, for the start of this game. And the highlight is just going to end. Typical football manager, guys. By the way, guys, at the time of recording, right, Football Manager just announced that the Premier League license is in, for a few years here right now. Do let me know in the comment, are you guys excited, to get a Premier League license? I know, we have already been, using mods and everything, for the name fix, the badges, the stadiums, and all of that. But, how good is it going to be that we don't have to do any of that anymore? And, obviously, when we are playing in the Premier League, we are going to be able to see, there's going to be, different timelines. How to say, I wouldn't say timeline, the time phase of it, the time phase of it, that shows the minutes and the score and everything, right? So I think that is going to be quite interesting, to see the new entrance to Premier League. And when we win the Premier League, when we lift the Premier League, yeah, that is going to be great, right? The trophy presentation and all. So, by the way, while I'm rambling about the Premier League license, we have scored a penalty here. Makoko have scored his 10th goal of the season to give us a lead against Aston Villa here. That is an amazing, amazing start. By the way, we're actually playing away from home. So if we can get a win against Aston Villa, right, that is going to be a confidence booster for us heading into our second leg, and where we are going to be playing in our home stadium, and that is going to give us a bigger advantage against Aston Villa. Alright, guys, so the first half scoreline is going to be 1-0. When you look at the match style, right, it has actually been a cagey affair. It has been mostly midfield battle. When you look at this, the possession is basically, equally shared by the both team. Both actually only have one shot on target. We managed to score, from that one shot on target. I know it was a penalty, and that shot on target by Aston Villa was also amazing. That save that Slonina had at the start of the game. Alright, so I'm gonna start the second half here. I'm gonna demand more at the start of the second half. Hopefully, we are going to be able to hold on to a win against them. Alright, guys, so basically nothing have actually happened since the start of the second half. There's been no highlight at all, and I'm going to make a few changes. Jonathan Diaz is not playing well. I'm going to bring in Gil for him. Alright, so Maku Tungu is on a 6.6. It's not playing well as well. I'm bringing Aiden Lake for him. Shimbamba is currently injured. He's not available, so that is the reason why I'm going to bring in Aiden Lake. And Luis Kitoko has been quite quiet as well. Let's bring in Marvin Riviere. You guys have seen, right, that he have actually, he's basically our second top goal scorer, right, for this season. So let's bring him on and see if he can make any difference. Oh my God, guys, seriously, nothing. There's been no highlight at all, guys. I really don't know what's going on. Leo is actually carrying a little bit of a knock here, so I'm going to bring in Busha for him. Alright, so what am I going to do is Busha can actually play as our defensive midfielder. Renaga will be our box-to-box midfielder, and Aiden Lake will be the Mazala. Alright, and let's see who can actually. You know what? I'm gonna bring in Christian Rasmussen as well. And see whether maybe he can actually help us to score one goal. Right, our top goal scorer coming off the bench. By the way, you guys might be thinking, why am I not playing? Starting our top goal scorer. In this important match over here. I know I'm thinking that about I'm thinking about it myself as well. So I think, right, maybe in the second leg, I think I am gonna start Christian Rasmussen and Marvin Riviere, because yeah, to be honest, Luis Kitoko was quite quiet. Mokoko was also very quiet. Yeah, I know he scored a penalty, but that was it, right? There was no highlight or anything like that. This has been such a boring game, and I really hope the second leg is going to be better than these guys. All right, guys, I'm excited over here. All right, so last season, if you guys remember, we were actually knocked out from the championship in the knockout playoff round by Bayer Leverkusen, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So this season, as you guys know, we have skipped, the knockout playoff round. We are in the round of 16. Let's see if we can get into the quarter final of the Champions League this season. All right, we actually have we basically have two advantage over here. We are leading this match, by one goal, but it's only one goal, so we need to be wary about that. And we are having a home advantage in the second leg over here. I really hope that is really going to help us to dismantle Aston Villa here today. Alright, guys, so we are going to have throw in over here. Dorman Starrick playing into Mora. Renaga now with the possession, playing into Ibrahim Sert. Ibrahim. Maku Tungu with the possession, trying to lump the ball forward, looking for Leo. Diaz got into the loose ball. Now he's playing it to Marvin Riviere. Oh my God. Okay. Alright. I think there was a little bit of a glitch over there in the animation, because when you look at it, right, Riviere actually went past. He was already past the defender, and he still managed to tackle him. I don't know how did that happen, but we have a penalty kick over here. It's gonna be Rasmussen. As like I mentioned to you guys, in the first half, when we end the first leg, I was gonna start Rasmussen and Marvin Riviere, ahead of Makoko and Luis Kitoko. So I did that, and now Rasmussen have given us a lead over here. In the first leg we actually got a penalty. Makoko scored it, and in the second leg we have got another penalty over here. It is 2-0 of aggregate score against Aston Villa. Okay, guys, it's going to be a corner kick here for Aston Villa. Arribas, their corner kick taker, is going to be taking an in-swinger, trying to look for someone in the near post. Ramsey got into the loose ball. Ramsey again, he has space, and that is an amazing save by Slonina. Oh my God, he's basically keeping us in this game. Remember in the last leg, he actually had one. There was only one shot on target by Aston Villa, right, in the match, and he kept us in that game as well. He saved that shot. Okay, guys, throw in here. Dorman Starrick throwing it to Maku Tungu. Back to Starrick. Starrick playing it to Rasmussen, and he has been fouled, and it's going to be our third penalty in this clash. Oh my god. Seriously, to be honest, right, I'm starting to feel bad for Aston Villa now. They are gonna concede 3 goals past us, right? And it's all gonna be from penalty. Oh my god, I feel bad for them guys, seriously. But I'm the manager of Ajax. Any advantage that we can get in this match, right, to get us into the quarterfinal, I'm gonna take it. Alright. The scoreline is now 2-0 to Ajax, and it's gonna be 3-0 of aggregate score. Oh my god. It's gonna be a kickoff highlight here. Let's see what Aston Villa is going to do. Marvin Rivia intercepted the pass. It got tackled straight to Dauman Starrick. Now Leo with the possession, lumping the ball forward. Jonathan Diaz got past his marker in the penalty box, took a shot. So close. So close, guys. Okay, guys, so when you look at the match stat over here, right, Aston Villa, they have been quite wasteful. Okay, and I'm going to give the credit to Slonina as well, because they actually have 5 shots on target. And he have actually kept all of that from going into the net. Okay, so I'm actually, seriously, I'm going to give the credit to Slonina, So Aston Villa, they have themselves, to blame over here, because, they are creating a lot of chances as well, but they're not finishing it. So, there's just nothing I can do about it, right? Okay, all right. Okay, so now the possession is with Ibrahim Renaga, laying it to Ranford Brothers, laying it to Diaz. Now Makutungu, Rasmussen, got past his marker. Can he take a shot over there for his hat trick? And he did just that. That's his 20th goal of the season, guys. Scored a freaking hat trick against Aston Villa here in the round of 16 of the Champions League. Oh my god. I know it's two goals from penalties, right? But who cares? He still scored a hat trick. He got past his marker. That was an amazing touch by him, to get away from his marker. And, even Peleo, he actually really did not give him so much of space there, but he still managed to get the shot past him. And it is going to be 4-0 here of aggregate score. Okay, Mauricio Mora. We are being relentless, Look at this, The whole Aston Villa team is basically pinned down, in their own half. They're just trying to survive, Just trying to make sure that we don't score more goals past them. Okay? Gabriel to Juninho. Come on, Juninho. Juninho and Jeffro. Looking at you guys' performance over here, right? Looking at the team performance over here, I think you guys should be joining Ajax next season. Oh my god, Riviere. That was his chance to make it 4-0 in the second leg over here, but he just could not keep the shot on target. Alright, guys, so, we're actually playing really well over here. I'm going to make a few subs. Okay, Jonathan Diaz is on a 6.5. I'm really not sure what is going on with him. And I'm going to bring in Zawadzki. Alright, so Zawadzki, right, is actually a Polish winger, and he is the product of our youth academy. Alright, so this season, I just thought to myself that I'm gonna give him a little bit of a chance, in the January, in the month of January, I actually got him into our senior squad, and I've been, letting him have some game time, because when you look at his potential ability, his current ability, he's already good enough to play in eredivisie, right? So I just want to make sure that I give him some game time to help and aid in his development as well. So we are going to bring him on. Christian Rasmussen, I think you are going to have a well-deserved rest over here. Okay, so, you have already scored a hat-trick. Just go and chill out. Okay, and I'm going to bring in Randa Bashar as well because Dauman Starrick is not playing well here today. Okay, I'm going to confirm the change and let's play on, guys. Okay, guys, we are going to have a corner kick here. Oh my god. Leo actually found Mauricio Mora there, and that was an amazing save by Aston Villa's keeper. Okay, now Manswork, okay. Ibrahima. That is not Ibrahima Konate, it's Ibrahim Sert. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, so Nenda Bashar, Mora, Renaga, Makutungu. Oh, I'm not sure how that actually got past the markers. But Marvin Irvie have potentially scored his 20th goal of the season. Okay, they are going to check with the VAR and the goal has been awarded. Okay. All right. Look at that. It actually got deflected off the defender. I think it went back to Makutungu and he played the pass second time and it found Marvin. Okay, and that was that was the tight offside. He was offside. He was onside there. Sorry. Now Pelayo is a free kick here for Aston Villa to Bezat. Manswork, our former player, what can he do against us? There's no way, obviously, there's no way Aston Villa is coming back and all. So obviously they'll be looking for a consolation goal. just to save their face a little bit, right? Okay, now Pelayo playing into Juninho. By the way, they have not played. They've why have they not started Jeffro? Right, he's one of their best centre back, right, in the club. Why have they not played him? I think he might be injured or something like that. Or maybe Roberto De Zerbi, is just I'm not gonna say idiot because I feel it's a little bit harsh, but yeah, not that bright, you know. Okay, now Renaga playing into Leo. Leo now with the possession to Zawadzki. Zawadzki just cutting through and he took a shot. I think that's his first goal for our first team. Obviously, we have the B team and everything, right? That's why it's showing, and the B team is actually playing the second division of the, of the Dutch league, right? So that is the reason why it's showing ninth goal of the season. But I think this is his first goal for the first team, playing in the competitive league over here and especially in the Champions League. All right, so that is an amazing goal by him. The aggregate score is 6-0 over here. And I think Aston Villa, they are just begging to go back. And Juninho have scored a consolation goal for them. Too little, too late. There's nothing they can actually do about it. Obviously, they can't come back, from being, 5 goals down, right? But yeah, Juninho actually, saved a little bit of a face for Aston Villa in this game. All right, guys. So the game ends with the aggregate score of 6-1. All right, amazing game by our team. We totally demolished them. The home advantage is real, guys. It's seriously real. All right, so now next, let's see who we are going to be facing in the quarter final of the Champions League. Guys, a little bit of a bad news over here. The quarterfinal draw will be only done in the 17th of March. Okay, so because there are some teams, I think, yeah, they have not played their second leg yet. So that is the reason why the draw is not going to be done in this episode. So if you would like to know who we are going to be facing in the quarter final of the Champions League, right? Do come back in the next episode. Do subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and consider liking the video if you have actually enjoyed this video over here. That will be really, really helpful for me. Okay. If you've enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the quarter final of the Champions League next episode.